All right, you guys, I am back with another review for you today. Today we are looking at the Olight I5T EOS. This is a very small handheld flashlight with two modes, a low and a high. And this light is designed to pretty much take over your EDC flashlight. We're going to take a look at it down on the tabletop, and I'll let you decide, is this light going to be taking over your EDC or not? Let's figure that out. All right, so on the table today, we have Olight's newest EDC offering, and this is the Olight I5T EOS. This is their newest AA battery flashlight. You can see this end cap here screws off, revealing the battery. This is the GMC cell AA battery it came with. Nice tail cap here. We'll get into that in a second, but I do like the copper finish. Of course, it's got the O-ring there to help with waterproofing. With flashlights nowadays, I think it's pretty standard to have some sort of waterproof rating, especially ones that are meant to be carried in a pocket or just used as an everyday carry option. So this is a solid aluminum machined flashlight. And you can see here, it's got a really nice, I assume powder coat finish. Zoom in on that a little bit. It's got a really nice, clean finish to it. And then it's got those blue grooves cut in, and you can see it's a continuous spiral pattern. And then on the tail cap here, you've got some grooves to help you spin it on and off. And then some rubberized dimples there on the end cap or the tail cap for operation. So moving into what this light does. This light has two modes to it. The first mode is what it will always turn on to. This light does not have memory like most other flashlights do. This light will always turn on to this 15 lumen low mode. And then if you turn it off and back on again, it goes up to 300 lumens as a high mode. So I'll try and show you that again. You've got low and then high. And it's really hard to pick up on camera here, but what this flashlight actually does, so it doesn't just jolt to that high mode, is it actually will taper that light up. I'll see if I can shoot it more into the camera and you'll be able to see it. So you've got the low and then the high. You can kind of see it there where it just slowly builds up to the high, which is a really, really nice feature. It's something that I've never seen before in a flashlight, and it's nice. It's a nice taper up to where you're not having to be blinded by that really high mode, especially because this goes from a 15 lumen all the way up to a 300 lumen level. So that's a pretty drastic change, and Olight thought of that and brought it up slow. All right, just another super quick nighttime video of the Olight I5T. You can see that's the moon. It's pitch black out here. So this is the low mode. So you just kind of see things in front of me. There's my dog Arrow. Not much more throw than that. So put it to the high. Really brightens it up. Now you can see the shed back there. Nova out in the yard. Much brighter light. So once again, low. Can't see much, barely see that door. High. Really slowly wakes it up. It's a really nice feature. It is a very smooth finish, but these spiral grooves right here really do help out with the grip. You put it in your hand and this flashlight is not going to be going anywhere. So that's a really nice feature that Olight added in. One thing that you'll notice right off the bat is the fact that this flashlight has a two-way pocket clip. So it's designed to go kind of bezel down into the pocket. But if you also want to put it on your hat, you can use it as a headlamp. Now, in a small flashlight like this, that's a feature I used constantly. I love the double-ended pocket clip, especially when the first end is pointed down. So that way it's bezel down. One thing I'm not a fan of is I'll give you a sneak peek on the Olight Baton Pro. This review will be coming in soon. It's also got a two-way pocket clip, but the bezel is on the opposite end. So I'm having a harder time finding use for this end of the pocket clip, but look for a review on this light coming soon. But having it so this can be a headlamp feature is incredibly useful, while also making it so the bezel is pointed downward. I find most companies out there, if it is a tail switch configuration, will have some sort of bezel down feature, so that way you can just pick it out of your pocket and hit the button. And I'm a big fan of that feature. You can kind of see in some places on the light, like right there and right there, the coating is starting to come off. And to some people, I really think they'd be upset by that. To me, I'm not too upset. This sits in my pocket right next to my knife, which for the past quite a few months has been a Benchmade Griptilian. Okay, so this knife is what rides in my pocket right next to this flashlight. And the way you can kind of tell right there, that's where it's rubbing up against, right in that knurling. And I know that's gonna happen. That's how I carry this light and knife. And that doesn't bother me at all. Having a little bit of wear on a flashlight, just in my mind, means you're using it. And as long as it doesn't compromise the function of the light, you know you've got a durable light on your hands. And I think this flashlight is going to be extremely durable. Something that you can throw into your pocket and carry with no questions asked. That's a lot of good things. I like the textured tail cap. I like the rubberized grip. I like the body shape. I think the blue looks really cool. It might not be for everybody, but I kind of like it. I like how smooth this is. I like how robust this little flashlight feels. But the one thing I do not like, and I wish Olight would have incorporated, is a rechargeable battery. This is just a disposable AA battery. And to their credit, that is an extremely minor complaint, especially given that this flashlight takes a AA. AA is one of the most popular batteries out there. And quite frankly, I would assume most houses in America have AA batteries just laying around that you can swap out with this. So it is an extremely minor complaint. However, you've got a company that specializes in the magnetic tail cap recharge feature in their bigger lights. And again, obviously it's not going to work for a small light like this, but they have other lights where it's a micro USB plug-in in the body of the flashlight. And I've seen the technology out there where you can get rechargeable AA batteries. And Olight recommends not using those for this flashlight. And I assume it has to do with the functions of the low and high feature. But again, this Olight is a company that has kind of made their name for rechargeable flashlights. And this brand new offering uses a disposable battery. Again, is it a major complaint? No. Do I think that this should deter you from buying this flashlight? Maybe. Let me explain. So this is a AA flashlight. However, the closest competitor I think it has, and one of the flashlights that is readily available on the market as well, is going to be the Streamlight MicroStream. Now, as you can tell, I have had this flashlight for a very long time. I'm not going to do a sole review on this light because there are far too many of those out there. This is a classic model. I've had this flashlight for years, as you can tell. It's wearing away, but still kicking strong. Now, it's got the pretty weak pocket clip that Streamlight's fairly known for. This pocket clip feels much more robust. And you can tell, like I said, I use this as a headlamp quite a bit. I really like that feature on this flashlight. And I've got the older model. So this flashlight only gives you a 45 lumen output. And as we can kind of see just on the table here, it's quite a bit brighter than the low mode. However, if I switch over to the high drowns out the MicroStream. Now, this has been a great flashlight for me for years. And I hesitate comparing these two because the MicroStream is a AAA flashlight. However, they're extremely comparable in size. I mean, the i5T is just ever so slightly taller, than the micro stream, and you can kind of tell putting them next to each other here that the micro stream is not that much thinner. Now in the hand, it feels a whole lot thinner. This one definitely is the smaller light. You really feel how they cut it down here to outline the battery a little bit more. And obviously the i5T is just a straight cylinder. There's no cuts in the center to take out weight or to take out any size. So the MicroStream is a much smaller light. And with this comparison right here, the i5T in my mind still wins. It's a stronger, brighter flashlight. It's a little bit more robust. I like the size of it. Streamlight has another model of this flashlight, which I do not own. They have a MicroStream model that the end cap here basically pops out and has a micro USB port. That flashlight has a 25 lumen, I believe it's 25 lumen or 30 lumen low, and a 250 lumen high, which is extremely comparable to the i5T. Again, the i5T is somewhere around 15 lumens on low, 300 lumens on high. However, the updated MicroStream is USB rechargeable. So that's why I say the lack of rechargeability on this flashlight might hinder you if you own the newer MicroStream. For my carry, the MicroStream is now kind of going off into storage, and my i5T is taking a precedence because this is a better, stronger flashlight. However, if you're somebody that already owns the MicroStream with the USB capability, if I were you, I might not be in a huge rush to go out and buy this flashlight unless I needed another one of this size. I know these are great sizes to throw in a bag, throw in a pack, throw in a kit. They don't take up a lot of room and they have a ton of output. So I can very much see you taking a flashlight like this and adding it to a kit alongside of a USB recharging MicroStream. All right, so the Olight I5T EOS. I'm a big fan of this flashlight. This is a light that I can't recommend enough. I do think it's a very strong flashlight for the size, for the money, being around $30 at the time of this recording, and just its capability. This is something that I want to carry all the time with me. I trust it. I trust Olight flashlights quite a bit, so I have no problems throwing this one in my pocket. Again, I think the biggest drawback, and honestly the only drawback for a flashlight like this, is the rechargeability of it. Is that worth it? If you already own something like this, the Streamlight, that has a USB recharging option, it's up to you to decide if you need a flashlight like this. But if you just want another small flashlight, if you want to give it away as a gift, if you want to add something to your kit, add something to your EDC rotation, maybe you just like the blue. Maybe that's a selling point. Buy this flashlight. Now, for me as a first responder, I actually carried this flashlight around with me, just in a pocket of my jacket, because it was easy to pull out and light my way. And this is a great option for that. It's great. Again, links in the below. They do support the channel, so I appreciate you guys. If you go on those Amazon links and buy this light, it helps me buy more lights to review. And if you like this video, please give me a thumb up below. That's another way to help support this channel for free. Until next time, you guys, remember, always be first in the door.